kids, this is The Taste and Princess Read-A-Lot from Kids Reading Corner 207. Today we're going to read 5-minute sleepy time stories. Rally to the Finish by Cars 2, which is by Annie Aberbach. Copyright 2013 Disney Enterprises Inc. Pixar, based on characters from the movie Cars 2. Copyright 2011 Disney Enterprises Inc. Pixar, Disney Pixar Elements. Disney Pixar rights underlying vehicles are the property of the following third party. Flat is a trademark of Flat S.p.A. German super racer Max Schnell had invited Lightning McQueen and some other World Grand Prix racers to the first ever Black Forest Rally Race Invitational. Lightning was thrilled. He happily accepted the invitation and asked Mater, Luigi, and Gito to go along with him as his race crew. When Lightning arrived in Germany, they were greeted at the airport by Max. "Willkommen," he said. "Gesundheit," Mater said, testing out his German. Mater had changed on the plane and couldn't wait to show off his outfit. "These here are genuine Mater Hosen," he told Max. "I can give you the name of my tailor if you'd like." Both Mater and Lightning were so excited to be exploring and racing in a new city. They knew this was going to be quite an adventure. Team Lightning was soon whisked off to a pre-race party. At the end of the evening, Lightning told Mater he wanted to head to the Black Forest to practice on the racetrack. An old gentle car heard their plans. "Black Forest at night, eh? Just beware of the Walligeester monster. It's the fastest, scariest monster in the forest." "A monster?" said Mater. The old car chuckled and drove off. "I'm sure that monster's just an old legend," said Lightning as he and Mater drove to the forest. "I hope you're right," said Mater, relaxing a little. Then he looked at all the surrounding trees. "This place sure is pretty, especially at top speed," said Lightning as he revved his engine and took off. "Wee-hoo! This is fun," yelled Mater. "Last one out of the forest is the rusty tow hitch." Following the racetrack, the two best buddies drifted down a fire road, crossed over streams, and cruised across bridges until they got lost. Lightning had gone in one direction, and Mater had accidentally driven off in another. "Lightning, Lightning, hello," yelled Mater. All Mater heard was the wind howling and the trees creaking. Suddenly, he felt something brush against him. "Who's there?" he gasped as he spun around. A large, shadowy figure loomed over him. "The bold Mr. Monster!" "Ah!" Mater screamed as he took off backward. "He's going to get me!" Meanwhile, Lightning was driving through a different part of the forest. He heard the screaming and headed toward Mater. "Mater, I'm coming!" he yelled. Once the two friends were reunited, they found the racetrack and followed it out of the forest. "The bold tire monster is real," Mater said, shivering. Lightning sighed. "Mater, you're just imagining things. That monster is not real." "He is real," Mater insisted. "I ain't never going back in that forest again."
The next day was race day. Just before the race began, Mater yelled out to the racers, "You guys aren't still going to race in the Black Forest, are you?" "Why wouldn't we?" asked one of the racers. "Because there's a monster that lives in there," exclaimed the Mater. The other cars brushed off Mater's warning. After all, there was no such a thing as monsters.
The green flag dropped and the racers were off. All of a sudden, the racers heard a low rumbling that shook the forest floor. Then Lightning felt something brush against his side and heard a creaking sound. "What was that?" he yelled. The racers stopped in their tracks and looked at each other, panic-stricken. "Maybe Mater was right," said Lightning.
All the racers took off. They sped down a rocky slope and skidded around turns. They saw shadows quickly creeping up behind them. A ravine was just ahead of them. The racers didn't think twice. They raced forward at full speed and leapt over it.
Lightning and the other cars raced for their lives toward the finish line. The fans couldn't believe what they were seeing. All 4 racers crossed the finish line at the same moment, breaking the rally race record for the fastest time. Lightning and the other racers drove up onto the winner's podium. They had all been awarded for first place. "What motivated all of you to race your best today?" asked the reporter. "Well, we couldn't have done it without the wall jester monster," said Lightning. Mater glanced back at the old gentle car and gave him a wink. The end. Thanks for listening. Read